Hello everybody, this is Murphy's Law, aka the Doctor. Speaking to you once more. You see I'm in my nice brown suit this time. I've come to talk to all of those silly Americans who sit here and say, oh look, there's the Doctor and his phone booth. Guys, gals, it's not a phone booth. Let me show you. There's a difference between a police box, my TARDIS, and the phone booth. Now, for one thing, here's a representation of it. Pardon me. Representation of it. As you can see, it says on the outside, police box. Police box all around. Notice that it is blue. It is opaque. It is not transparent. Now there is a phone in here, but it's actually on this side. There's a little box right there. The phone booth, the phone is actually on the outside. The phone is used to call the Metropolitan Police Station. It is not used to call, hey Fred, how's everything going? How's the wife and kids? Fancy coming to the bar for a pint or two? No. The police box is used primarily for the police, although it can be used by populace in order to contact the police in case of such an emergency, blowout, or someone is chasing you or something. As for the TARDIS, the reason it's in this shape, well, not the size mind you, but in this shape, was that the TARDIS has a chameleon circuit on it. When and where it lands, switch on the chameleon circuit, and it will change its shape to match that of its surroundings. When I landed on Earth, London, 1963, these police boxes were actually quite common all over the place. And so it switched into this. The police box was used up until about the 1970s, until they switched to walkie-talkies. Now, there's several things about here. This is about the general shape and size. Well, no. The general shape of them. Size, of course, is much bigger. I can't fit into this, naturally. But the size was maybe 8 foot tall by 5 by 5. It had like a desk, it had some stuff in it. Cleaning supplies, probably some booklets on what to do for case of emergency. This little thing here is a light that comes on whenever contact is being made. This way, the Metropolitan Police Station can contact the bobbies and let them know that they are being called for, or vice versa. And in extreme cases, if the bobbies were to catch a criminal and wait for the paddy wagon to come along, they could just open the door, stick the person in, and lock it until the paddy wagon came along to carry him off to jail. Now this is not, the inside is usually locked up, but it was pretty much like a small shed. So there is no, this is not something that Superman would get into to change his outfit. It'd probably actually work better because no one would be able to see him, but still, these things were, to the best of my knowledge, only found in the UK. They were not found anywhere else. Well, now that they've been discontinued, you can find these things all over the place. There's been reports of them being seen in Texas, in other states, used as bookshelves, storage units, or whatnot. But these are police boxes. They are not telephone booths. I do not travel in a telephone booth. That would be silly. I mean, after all, everybody could see you and you could see everybody. There is a telephone actually inside, but that's just my particular TARDIS. And for those that you don't know, TARDIS is T-A-R-D-I-S, standing for Time and Relative Dimensions in Space. Now, other Time Lords had their own TARDIS, that the chameleon circuit actually worked. Mine I got a museum piece so that after I flew it to Earth and it landed, the chameleon circuit stopped working. So did the navigation circuit, so I could never really determine exactly where and when I needed to go. I can make short hops here and there, I could do it to some precision, but there was no guarantee. They said other Time Lords like the Master, the Rani, and even Clara and me, that's not me, that's a shielder me, had their own, which could actually change into something more inconspicuous. There have been TARDISes that have been disguised as an old-timey stove, a grandfather clock, a statue, a cafe, a beach house, a pile of rocks, a column, grandfather clock. For the most part, as long as the outside was big enough for a human being, for a normal-sized man to get in and out, the size would vary within a certain degree. So the inside would remain the same, which would practically be infinite. The TARDIS would weigh just as much as the outer shell would be. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to land, because with infinite mass practically, the moment you landed on a planet, all of that mass concentrated in such a small volume would cause it to fall through the Earth. Now again, it also is bigger on the inside than the outside. This is due to what's called dimensional transcendence, which means that the inside's actually on a different dimension than the outside is. It's Time Lord technology, so we have a lot of things. Our pockets, a lot of things that can be bigger on the inside and the outside. We even had sort of a Dalek jail that was the same, but those Daleks escaped from it. Anyway, just to show there's a difference, this is a police box, not a telephone booth. Thank you for this public service announcement from the Dr. Murphy's Law. Have a good day.